The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin.
And I got Lou from Fairfield, Connecticut. Man, how you doing, Lou?
I'm doing good, Darrell. And I got to tell you, you're not just blowing hot air out there. I think the way you look at the market is terrific. You're a nice guy as far as over the TV. All the research you do, all the homework you do, I truly appreciate it. I appreciate your view of the market. It's awesome.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Darrell Martin.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. I'm your host, Darrell Martin, right here on TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can check me out right there on Tiger TV. You can see trader computer screens, not only me, but all the shows, 9 hours, live trader commentary each and every day. And check us out on your mobile phone at TFNN.mobi. Well, let's see where the markets are right now. We got the S&P is up a little over 2 points right now. We got the Russell pretty flat on the day. NASDAQ literally unchanged, flat, nothing happening right there. We got the Dow up 5 points. Copper is currently up about 0.5%. We got gold pretty quiet, up only a mere 70 cents on the day at the moment. We got silver is up a little over 0.5%. Natural gas is down a little less than 0.5%. Oil is up 66 cents with all the Iraq news just been going higher and higher and higher. And we're talking about that this morning in the Bull Bear Binary Hour. Got some oil contracts in really low, and they've just been flying on up around the 102, 103 range. And I've been trying to play some shorts on it, but it just doesn't give me any shorts to do. So that's the nice thing about having those long contracts on. I can grab a little bit of those short scalps. They're going down, but if they don't, I'm more than making it back over on the long side. And that's the beauty of combining futures with Nadex spreads. And that's something I definitely encourage you if you're a futures trader to hop on into and get that down, because you're going to need to learn how to take advantage of it. It is huge. You can grab the oscillations without closing the positions. You can hedge off your positions. There's just a lot more you can do that you normally wouldn't even try to do if you were just doing spreads or just doing futures. You can do a lot more with them. And one of my favorite ways to trade, probably still my favorite way, is combining the spreads with the futures, because it opens up a lot of possibilities. Checking out the ag markets right now. We got corn just up $1.25. We got soybeans up $8.50. Euro dollar is currently down about 14 pips on the day. We got Aussie dollar down 31, and the pound dollar is up 35 pips on the day. We got dollar franc, pound dollar 35. We got dollar franc up 18. We have dollar CAD up 12. Looking on over at U.S. yen, it's up 29. Aussie yen down 3. Euro yen's up 17. We got the pound yen up 80. Euro pound is down 38 pips on the day. If I go over and look at the front month contracts, let's see here. We're about the exact same on Russell. Oil is up 69 versus the back month there is about 65. Yes, I mean, there are only a few ticks off. That's to be expected. S&P is up 2.5 versus 2.25. And Dow's up 4 versus 5. So don't forget, we are rolling on over this week for the future indices for oil. And if you're on Nadex, they will be rolling over at the end of the day. So come 4:15, make sure you move all your charts forward to the new months, over to Q4 there for oil, and then over to, what is it going to be, U4? Not Q4, we're on Q4. Let's see, rolling over to, N4. So for oil, but we're going to roll over to September to U4 for the indices. If you haven't already done it, if you're a futures trader, you've already done it. If you're not a futures trader, if you're just a Nadex trader, then you'll need to be doing that at the end of the day. So before you walk away from your computer, before you forget, okay, go in, update your favorites, update your instrument managers. You can see I already on here on TOS, I already added in the current ones for Nadex, but I left the rollovers up here. So I already got the rolls up there, but I also got the current ones for Nadex down at the bottom. And but I'll delete those off at the end of the day, and that way I have my data, my instruments are done, my instrument manager's done, my watch list are done, any kind of market analyzers you have up, any kind of strategies you got going, any workspaces you have saved. You just want to get all of that updated, then save everything, and then you're ready to rock when the new week starts up. All right, let's see. What do we got coming up? And what do we have already happened, I guess we can check out on the news front. But I also want to, we talked about the news quite a bit this week. I want to, really more than anything, I want to dive into what's coming up next week and just get a little sneak peek preview there. We had the U.S. PPI report come out. We had the yen press conference come out last night. And so we'll do a quick review on those. And then we'll dive in, like I said, to next week's report and see what we can take advantage of. Let's see here. Dollar yen. So let me pull the dollar yen up real quick. Like I said, the press conference and all that came out last night. And we'll go on back here and look at it. And let me get the exact time because that's one of those estimated time releases. And let's see, the press conference came out at 2:30 this morning. And and what did my projections say? Hopefully I was right. I said it ought to come out somewhere between 2 and 4 a.m. So it's just one of those, like, it says tentative. So just looking at the history of the yen gives you that idea. Didn't really get much of a movement on it. Got a little volatility, just to be aware. Wasn't necessarily a trade one, but we got a little drop there, and it moved on down for a while. We got, 25, 30 pips off of that between, the release and about 4 a.m. So nothing major. And then we had the PPI report come out this morning. So let's go over, let's check out the euro dollar for that one. And then we'll pull up next week's report so you can get some trades ready. And there's so many ways you can use this. Like I said, you could use this, maybe you're trading the news, like I'm teaching you how to right here on the show. Maybe you're just aware of when news events are coming out, the ones that have a massive impact on market move or don't have a massive impact. And so you're using that to decide whether to get out of positions or not worry about that news event. Or maybe what you're doing is you're going in and you're just knowing, hey, if I get a trend trade on a news event that usually doesn't move at all, maybe I want to back off. Or maybe I get a trend trade, but the expected move is 40 pips. I'm already 40 pips into that move. It's probably going to pull back on me. So do I really want to keep adding on to that position? So whether you're a future trader, a forex trader, a Nadex trader, there's a lot of ways you can use this news information to help you plan out your day. But let's look at what happened on the PPI report. It came out this morning. The release happened at 8:30, I imagine. Yeah, 8:30 right there. We had manufacturing sales come out of Canada. We had PPI come out of the U.S. dollar right there. Looking on over at the U.S. dollar, we were looking for a very, very small move, as I recall. The expected move we were looking at was about 20 pips. And so let's see, what kind of move did we get between 8 o'clock? So let's find the high and 10. So there's the high right there, 410, and then the low up to 8 was right there. We got 16. So we stayed right in that high to low range. So we called that spot on perfect, which is nice. And think of it, that's called an 8 to 10, less than 20 pip move between 8 and 10 a.m. in the morning. So obviously, we have some stats helping us out on that because that's a more volatile time of the day. And then looking, if you got it at 8 and went to 10, okay, what was the net outcome of that? It's 4 mere pips. So if you got a 20 pip iron condor on, means you bought a spread below the market, you sold a spread above the market, then, not inclusive of fees, if you got at least 20 pips or more, you made at least 16 pips on that trade. So not bad for a trade that has a nice big 1-to-1 stop-loss ratio. Again, you'd have to move up 30 pips for you to lose or down 30 pips for you to lose 20 pips on the trade at the end. And actually, let's see, if it moved down 20, you'd be break even. So you actually moved down 40. Yeah, you actually have 40 pips down, 40 pips up. You have an 80 pip break even range on a 20 pip trade. So that's pretty sweet. Nice break even 1-to-1 trade that you can do intraday in and out in less than 2 hours. So that was our trade right there for the day, and I hope you were able to take advantage of that one. Let's see. Looking on over at what we have next week. Let me go ahead and pull up the FX Forex Factor calendar here, and we'll check it out and put our plan together. So hopefully you got your pen and paper there. If you don't forget we got the archives. You can always go back and watch right there on TFNN. They're uploaded usually by the end of the day for the current day, okay? And I'm pulling up a few things on my side just to make things a little bit faster. And, okay. So looking at Sunday, be aware event, okay? That's it. Just the RBA governor speaking. He's speaking at the Wall Street Journal in Sydney. So obviously that's a news event. But he'll be talking about labor market developments, which, of course, unemployment, all that stuff. We know how unemployment has been tied to a lot of the Fed funds rates around the world and everything. So definitely would be aware of that. There's no way to know how to trade that. It's a speech. Some of the speeches we can go in and we can pull, but it's not really because they're speeches, because they're right around a new Fed funds rate, and then a press conference happens. So we can pull all the stats around the Fed funds event and inclusive of that press conference, knowing when it happens, when that comes out. But just be aware of that one, okay? So 11:20, RBA governor speaking, expect some volatility in the Aussie dollar. Walking on over to Monday, we got a slew of economic reports coming out, nothing that major. We're going to have the CPI year over year, not a high impact. It's euro, it's not a specific country, so they're obviously collecting that data from other countries. And so since you're getting they talk about it even on here on Forex Factory, you're getting stuff from Germany and et cetera 15 days earlier. So there really shouldn't be any kind of big surprises. It's really rare. Usually this number's pretty spot on, as you can tell, on the expectation. So don't expect much coming out of that. Don't really even usually track it. But let me see what I got. I might have some stats. Let me see what I might got on the CPI. Let's see. Last came out on, I want to say that was May 15th. Let me see if I can pull together a news trade, even if it's just a flat trade. Most of them was what we're doing as we're going for those anyway. Comes out at 5 a.m., so you're looking probably at a 7 a.m. expiration unless you're getting that bright and early. But looking at these flat trades, what do we got right here? Going into 7 a.m., what kind of movement we got before, what kind of movement we got after. Let's see. And that's the real trick, is if you're going to do these nighttime trades, I could put a whole plan together if you're going to get up at 3 a.m. And apparently Tommy is going to be getting up at 3 a.m. now, starting to trade the euro because he's sick of missing out on all that action in the morning. But just looking at 7 and what kind of impact do we have. Trying to see if there's a consistently tradable pattern. And if there is, then you'll know here in just a second, okay? My guess is it's probably going to be somewhere around 30 pips or so, but it may be higher than that. And the biggest problem is, like I said, coming out previous to. Okay, so last report, it's only about a 10-pip move from release to expiration at 7 a.m. We had a 40-pip down and a 40-pip up move, meaning it finished basically flat from 12 a.m. So you would have had to just leave the thing alone, which at night you're probably just leaving it alone if you're doing it. Stay right there. When you come back, we'll walk through the rest of them. And it looks like we may have an Aussie trade that night we might check out also. And just to make sure you're ready for the beginning of the week. All right, we'll be right back after this.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, the Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Investors, Taz Market Research delivers to its subscribers expert commentary on the analysis of 15 different markets each day. Get this invaluable and timely information through the daily market research videos Taz Market Research produces each day before 9 a.m. The video analysis will include reports on currencies, interest rates, indices, metals, energies, grains, and more. You'll be able to gauge where high profitability setups are in each of the markets. Receive a free 2-week trial subscription to Taz Market Research videos on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzavento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Darrell takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
All right, folks, come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And so we're talking about the core CPI on the euro, just trying to see if there is a consistent number we can pull off. It looks like it's pretty wide. Some days it's 4 ticks, other days isn't everything, right? But we got, let's see, looking at the first one here, sometimes the thing will go 65 pips between midnight and, about 55 pips between midnight and 7. But consistently, they're only about 20 pips after the announcement. And they keep coming back. They're only like 10 pips off where they were. So, what are we going to do? Looking at the entire plan, and looking at the consistency of the low amount of movement that's happening between midnight and that time, meaning like the end to end. So if you start at midnight and you go to 7 a.m., then, from what I'm looking at, I just want to make one more last round verification before I give you the plan. But I want to say, all in all, looking at it, we're looking at 30 pips being a good, consistent number right there. So to give you the range you need to let the thing move, but also to capture a profit a majority of the time over the last 12 months between midnight and 7 a.m. So, we got our CPI number coming out, our core CPI, okay? And let's see, what else is coming out at that time? But we're going to do a enter at midnight, take the thing to 7 a.m. So 7 a.m. expiration on euro dollar, enter at midnight on the spreads, buy the lower spread, sell the upper spread for a minimum profit of 30 pips, okay? And $30 right there. And you can easily use the spread scanner to help you do that. You just hop right onto it, and let's see here. What you get on there, you're going to go in. You're going to choose euro dollar and scroll on down. Let me bring it up here for you, let you see that. And let's go to the top. Let's choose both directions. We'll get rid of all of our filters. And I hop on down here, and let me move it up a little bit. And what you'll see is you'll be looking for one, basically, it'll be your lower profit spreads. The easiest way I found to find them, okay, if you want an easy way to do it, but just don't make a mistake here, okay? The easiest way I found to find them is go in and find yourself a good straddle. And so you go in and go, okay, well, I want for 7 o'clock. So you'll go in and you'll find the ones that say 7 o'clock. And then you'll try to find a decent straddle on it. So let's say like this was your straddle, okay? And so that's 35, 30, 36, 30. So I want a 35, 30 at the top there. There we go. So that's my straddle. Now that I know what my straddle is, I want to invert it before I place my trade. So don't hit buy and sell yet, okay? So I'll go, okay, so I need 34, 30 to 35, 30. And I'll go up here till I find that one. Okay, then I need 35, 30 to 36, 30. I'll grab that one. Now that's my iron condor. I know it looks really weird, but again, you want about 30 pips above. But if you're making $30, okay, then it has to move 30 pips to be break even, because it has to move 15 pips to be break even on one side, and you have $15 of profit on the other one. So 15 more pips and you're break even. Well, I have a $30 loss, you'd have to move another 30 pips. So I have to move 60 pips. So you got to move literally 60 pips up or 60 pips down. You're talking about a 120 pip wide 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio trade. Now, you're probably not always, when you take a loss, you're probably not rarely going to take that full loss. Full profit, probably not rarely going to take that full profit, okay? But you have to balance it somewhere. So let's say on average we bring in 20 pips, and on average when we lose 20 pips. Or, maybe we average, we make 30, lose 30. But what is the 1-to-1 max profit to 1-to-1, planned risk trade, meaning I exit if it goes 60 pips up or down? That's a great trade. 120 pip wide iron condor that has like 7 hours there with the stats behind it to back it up. That's a good setup. So, anyways, check that one out and demo trade these. Don't just hop in and do it. Demo trade them and learn how they work. Okay, and make your mistakes the right way. And the right way is the way that doesn't cost you anything. Okay, so. That's the spread scanner right there, using the core CPI to do a iron condor. And what else might we have? Let's see if I can find anything else that could look. We got a bunch of U.S. announcements. We got the Canadian. That's not gonna. I don't think we're having anything on foreign purchase investments. Nope. Dollar. All right. We'll see if any of these. If I have stats on these, when we get back right after this break.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And so we're running on in. We're checking everything out and seeing where things at. We're looking at the industrial production report. So we pull that one up. Look at the U.S. industrial production, and let's see what I get on it. With industrial production coming on out next week, what can we expect? What might be a potential trade solution we could do on it? So pulling that up right now, the release comes out at 9:15 a.m. On Monday. It's a little bit rare, but we got 9:15 a.m. report. And so we could look at the 10. We could look at the 11 o'clock. So 9 to 11, 9 to 10. So you also, of course, have the 7 to 3s. But looking at the 10, looking at the 11, let's see. Last report moved 60 pips. Report before that, we got a drop of from 9. Let's see here. We got about 37 pips. Report before that, 7 pips. Report before that, 16. Report before that, 15. Report before that, 3. Report before that, -3. Report before that, -30. Report before that, +30. And report before that, we got +30, +23. Now I'm looking at all at 11 a.m.s right now. And that's just a quick, fast way for me to pull up. Then now I'm going to break it down to the 10 a.m.s. So that's your 11 a.m. Actually, that's about 12. So let me back it up a little bit more to 11. Okay, that brings me down to 30 on the last report. That's a lot better. And I just want to see, are we getting a pullback or not on those other big moves? And now it usually keeps trending. So, meaning that we're actually able to get a little better expiration amount. I would say for an 11 a.m., you're going to need to hop in at 9 o'clock, and you're going to need 35 pips minimum profit on the trade, okay? And, I mean, if you can get one for 20 or less, great, but I don't see that happening. So 35 pips or less minimum profit. Let me back it out a little bit further, see if I can take this out to, maybe 3 o'clock for us. Because if I can do that, then we might see if there's enough room for a straddle. Because, like I said, he usually does just, I want to see if that's also a consistent thing. That's something you can be aware of just as a euro-dollar trader, okay, is it does seem to trend quite a bit, but does it stop? Does it go flat into the end of the day? Is there maybe 2 trades here we can take advantage of? Let's see. So 3 o'clock, actually, by 3 o'clock, it actually usually pulls back, except for a couple, from 11 to 3, except for a couple instances, we do get a pullback there. And it goes pretty flat between 11 and 3. And there was one exception. There must have been some massive news announcement right there because there's like this big 60-pip move. So that definitely was an exception to the rule. Back on August 2013. What time did that happen? Yeah, that would have been like an FOMC announcement. Okay. And then, which we do have coming up this week. Let's see. I mean, you'd have to get it quite a bit wider to push it out, though. So I'm going to stick at 10 o'clock. I'm going to say 35 pips minimum profit. If you can get it. I don't know if it's going to be there, okay? On the euro-dollar, 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock expiration. And, we can look at the 10s. Let's see. Now, that one barely has any movement, so maybe we might have a better 10 o'clock one. All right, so we got the 9 to 11. All right, we got 8 ticks, 15 ticks, 30 ticks no matter what on that. Let's see, 7 ticks, flat. Let's see, 10 ticks, and let's see, 10 more ticks on that one, 10 ticks on that one, 15 ticks, 20, and 8, and 15. Okay, so you could do 20 if you do 10 o'clock. All right? A couple of those times you're going to break even. One of those times you're going to get a $15 loss. The rest of them you're going to be bringing in a nice profit over the last 12 months. So using the statistics in your favor, I'm looking at a 20 pip minimum profit for a 10 a.m. expiration entered at 9 o'clock. Okay? And then we're looking for a 35 pip minimum profit for an 11 a.m. expiration entered at 5 o'clock. And that's minimum profit, Iron Condor, buy the spread below, sell the spread above. Again, the announcement is released at 9:15. Okay, so what about monetary policy meeting minutes? Not something I'm usually that big on trading because it's not tied into an announcement. So I'm just going to put up there to be aware of the event. Okay, be aware that there is going to be the monetary policy meeting minutes coming out at 9:30. That will cause some OSCE volatility, but again, there's not a number, there's not a forecast number related to it. Same thing with the new motor vehicle sales. Don't have a forecast number, so I'm not going to trade that one as a news trade, but I'm going to make sure I know it's there. All right, that should wrap you up for Monday for our news trading plan. Now, for Tuesday, we're going to have a list, and I'm just going to sort of, run through some of these. We may come back and, build them up a little bit. But it looks like we're going to have CPI on the pound, so that'll definitely be a tradable event we'll be able to check out. We're going to have the German Zoo economic sentiment. Let's see if that's one that yeah, I do have the stats on it. So let me add that one in to our list. Okay. And let's see, we'll go on down here. What else do we got? We'll have building permits, core CPI coming out of the U.S. on Tuesday, so that'll be some good volatility. We'll be able to add we'll have several trades on Tuesday right there that we can take advantage of. And let's see here, monetary policy meeting minutes again coming out at 7:50. Not necessarily, obviously not a tradable, doesn't have a forecast number, but it is a be aware event. That one you can go ahead and add on your calendar. Be aware of it, 7:50 p.m. on the yen. Monetary policy meeting minutes coming out for June 17th. Okay, let's look at the 18th. And let's talk about what we got over here. We're going to have, there we go. So we're going to have some bank rates there on the pound coming out there on Wednesday. So we'll have the interest rates, a little bit, not the interest rate, I'm sorry, it's the bank rate votes. So, but we'll have that coming out, and let's see. If I know I have some stats on that, so we may look at that and see what we can put together. And it's a harder one to trade. But I do have, I got the bank rate, but not the votes. I had the votes on another report, and I'll see if I get a plan together for that. If nothing else, at a minimum, go ahead and mark it on your calendar now as a Be Aware event at 4:30 on Wednesday. At the British, facility votes, the bank rate votes are going to be coming on out. Let's see on the franc. We're not going to worry about zoo economic on that. On the euro, the bond, we're not going to worry about that. Going down to wholesale inventories on the CAD. Let's see, not worth it, not consistent. So current account on the U.S., not consistent. And then let's see, crude oil inventories. So obviously that's when we always look at the expectations. We'll talk about that. We'll plan that out. And last couple have worked out really well if you've been taking advantage of them. We're going to have FOMC economic projection, statement, and funds rate. So the big kahuna trade there right along with the NFP. Those are two big trades. And we'll definitely be looking at trading that. We'll be looking at straddles. We'll be looking at strangles. We'll be highly looking at iron condors. Okay? Why? Why would we possibly look at those on this event? If the impact is big enough, or if the expectation is big enough, the implied volatility can go through the roof. Okay? So if the implied volatility is really high, then what happens is we can go in there, we can put a trade on, and the options are really expensive. And what happens is it flies up, and you take profit on one side, and it flies back down. Sometimes I'll take profit. Sometimes I'll just close out the other one about to break even. So it's like I'm just trying to capture one of those sides. We'll just look at it and see how it moves. But usually it flies up, flies down. There's a lot of volatility happening. And the wrong thing that most traders do on that report is they do straddles. I just saw an article come through today where somebody put out, here's how to trade the FOMC on Nadex. And they're wrong. You don't want to do straddles on that unless you're 100% aware of premium. Because I've tried, and it just doesn't work. They're too expensive. And so you really want to be aware of that premium. You want to understand that premium is going to work against you if there's too much implied volatility built in. And that's not a Nadex unique thing. That's all options. That's just how options work. Okay? Options get more expensive right before earnings announcements, like on Google or Apple or whatever. So the more expected movement there is, the more that'll be built into the pricing. And if that adds up just right, it's a lot easier to capture that move on letting it pop up and pull back, which is what a majority of news announcements do, versus it having to pop and get hit and take your profit before it pulls back, which is what would happen on a straddle. So we'll be looking for an iron condor on that. We'll probably do the exact same plan we did last time, but I'll get all the stats for you. We'll put them all together. Then you have the press conference at 2:30. That could add even more volatility. That sort of lets us know if it pops up, pulls back, and then goes back again, that press conference. So I'll be watching that one live, checking it out, and definitely something to keep up with. And then let's go over here. Let's check out what's happening Thursday. Thursday we got the LIBOR rate coming out over their Fed funds rate. And so I'll pull that up. That'll be a new one. We'll add that one in, okay, for the franc. And put together, see if we can put together a good trade for that. We'll hop in. We'll look at retail sales over at Britain. That's one that we do on a regular basis. And so we'll get their plan there. Well, it'll be a lot of news coming up this coming week, so this will be great. Add some real volatility back into the market. We have unemployment claims on Thursday, and usually that's a flat trade. But every once in a while, who knows, we'll see what it looks like. We got the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. Let me see. Does that have... Yep, we can put a trade together on that one, too. So I'm expanding this more and more, trying to get all the reports I can covered for you. So we're going to have just a big, full week. Looking at Friday, we're going to have the German PPIs coming on out. And let's see. I have general stats, not detailed stats. I'll look at it, see if I can get some details on that one for you. If not, then at a minimum, go ahead and mark that one on your calendar as a Be Aware event, 2 a.m. Friday, German PPI. Okay? And then we're going to have Governor Kurata out of Japan is going to be speaking at 2:35. Definitely, that is a Be Aware event to go ahead and put on your calendar on Friday, 2:35 a.m. Not a tradable none because we don't have a stat, okay? So we don't have a number to base it off of, but it should cause some volatility in the yen. Then hopping on over, we're going to have the core CPI, retail sales, and CPI coming out of Canada. So Definitely with those two combined, we did that trade last time, worked out pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and we'll have that event on Friday. So that's a lot of news this week, coming week. So that'll be great. If you want to get into news trading, this is a good week to do it, okay? You're going to have a variety of trades coming out. You're going to get to see some big moves, some flat moves that you can profit on. And so what do you need to do? You need to hop on over to TFNN.com. On the right side of your page, click on Nadex. Right there, we see Nadex. Now, there's two steps. Step 1, click Trading, Demo Trading Account. Once you click on that, put in your username, first name, last name, phone number, email address, click Apply for Demo. They'll send you an email. You can log in right away, and you can access the platform, and you can start demoing this stuff out. They got education constantly upcoming you can check out. They got a lot of information on their site that can help you out. Of course, over on TFNN. So step 2 is learn about it. We got a whole spread scanner and education built in with that. Check out the Nadex YouTube channel as well. They have a bunch of great information on there to get you started into their strategy section. And then also open an account for free. Go and get your live account open. There's no cost to open an account. There's only a minimum funding requirement. It's a deposit. Minimum requirement's $100. Why would you want to do this out of the gate while you're still learning, while you're still testing? Demo account's only going to last a few weeks. Okay? I think 2 weeks. So go in, open a trading account. You fund it with a minimum amount of $100 or more. Okay? So you may put $5,000 in, you may put $100 in. And then go in, and next step is you want to place a trade. Now, whether that be 100 trades or one trade for 100 contracts or one trade for one contract, or you put a trade in for $3 risk, or a trade for $50 or $500 risk, whatever. One trade, minimum, in a live account. You can then email them, and they'll extend out your demo for 1 year. Okay? And if you have any questions on that, just let me know. But I'd be glad to help you out. And that will get you going. That'll get your demo account set up. That'll make it where your demo account doesn't expire on you so quickly. You'll have more than a year. I mean, just call them back up. If you want to extend another year, you can easily do that. Place another trade. I don't know what their policy will be in a year, but that's the policy that I know of right now. And that's what you need to do to get going. I mean, this is a great week. Some weeks, I mean, we only have a few news events. Other weeks like this, we're going to have, a dozen news trading events. You get a lot of practice in. And one of the tips I can give you on practicing news is get down the strategy without worrying about the news. It sounds sort of weird, but just go in, pull up the scanner, okay? Make your life easy. Pull the scanner up, and try to find a trade that may work, for a news trade, whatever. So let's go up here and let's pull up something that has a little time left, like we'll say the S&P, okay? And we'll scroll down and then just start putting on condors. Don't worry about win or loss, okay? Just worry about your math. See if when you get in, put the trade on both sides, what should your max profit be? Where did it end at? What was that P&L? Just start practicing them. And, do them on a daily basis every day. And just do the math and just start getting it down. It's not hard. It just takes a little practice. You don't have to wait on a news event to start practicing. We'll talk about that right after this.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com. Today, an investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com. Eastern legend tells of a fair maiden who was offered a rare gift by the king of the land, a bag of pearls. The king promised that she could keep the largest, most perfect pearl she could find with these 3 conditions. 1, choose only 1 pearl. 2, remove 1 pearl at a time, accept or reject it. And 3, if rejected, it would be lost forever. She began by looking at the pearls, passing on many special treasures. She delved deeper into the bag, and soon the pearls were replaced with pebbles. Sadly, she went home empty-handed. Folks, replace pearls with time, because we cannot go back even 2 seconds. We live in the eternal moment of now. So when now are you going to take advantage of my offer to you, a subscription to my daily investment newsletter service, Mastering Probability, where you can experience the most incredible pearls for trading and investing, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator and Strategy. The offer? It gets better. A 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't go home empty-handed. Mastering Probability. Available on the homepage of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Join David Dwight as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All right, folks, we'll come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. So what I was talking about was just getting some practice down, not waiting for the news announcement and where you're rushed and everything else is going on, and just go in and start buying. Okay, like put on a contour, buy a lower spread, sell an upper spread. Maybe start at the beginning of the day. You can start at 6 o'clock at night, okay? And just put one on and go, okay, what's my max profit? All right, well, if I made my max profit on my long, how far above where I sold the spread above me could the market move and I be break even as of expiration? Well, how far below? Okay, so I got that. I know how much I can make. I know where my break even is. If I know where my max profit is, okay, so if I know where break even is, and I take that max profit and take that below where break even is and above where break even is on the other side, and now I have where my 1-to-1 is. And it's really not, like I said, I always talk about how it's not that hard. Nothing's hard once you know how to do it, right? But, I mean, it's really just not incredibly difficult. And, I mean, what I want to show you here with just a, simple drawing on this is how to go in and, let's see here if I got one. I was going to pull up something, but not able to grab it at the moment. But anyway, so I was going to go in and say, when you're doing these trades, then you can just practice them. Okay, I go, okay, if I'm going to make 40 pips, But I can tell you what the simple math for me is. If I can make 40, then most of the time, now that's if it's balanced. Let's say if it's 20-20. Then it can move up 40 and I'm break even, move down on 40 and I'm break even. That means it can move up 80 and I'm 1-to-1, or down 80 and I'm 1-to-1. That's really what the math is if it was perfectly balanced. But just go through and practice it. See what happens. See the net result. Put these demo trades on every day and just see what starts happening. And you'll start getting them down, and then when the news trades comes up, you're going to have the exact numbers you're looking for. So you can, these are great trades. You put them on, it takes 5 minutes. You know when the report's coming out. There's not a lot of management involved. So it's a trade that you don't have to spend a lot of time doing each and every day to, get good at. And a lot of traders, they just sort of shy away from them. And then the other trade to go in is, when I'm saying 35 pips, that means I really don't expect the market to move more than 35 pips. And so now start using that and start looking at your own trades. And when I said, hey, on this report, I don't expect it to move more than 35 pips between 9 and 11. If you get a long and the market's moved up 35 pips, or maybe it's at 20, 25, do you really want to be in that trade for another 10 pips? Where should you expect to start tightening that thing up? And some of these won't move much at all. But just knowing what those stats are really helps you in all of your trading, no matter what it is that you're doing. That's why I'm so big on knowing what deviation levels are, why I'm so big on knowing what expected movements are, why I'm so big on knowing what expected volume is, because the more objective, accurate expectations I can have about movement, then I just got to get down a decent trending system, but I still have to know when to turn the thing off. And that's where I think one of the biggest pieces, that's why I always say statistics, I think, are the biggest missing piece in most traders trading, because they may be actually halfway decent at technical analysis. They may have a decent system, but they don't know when to turn the thing off. And it's not so much just a rule, okay? It's not just if A, then B. It's pretty close to a rule, but you got to look at the market. Where's the volume at? What is the expectation on the hour, 2 hour, 4 hour? What's the expectation on the day? What should I be doing? Should I really be adding into a short position? And if you can get those objective expectations, not how far you want it to move, but those real objective expectations down, that'll do a world of wonders for your trading. All right, y'all have a great day, and I will see you Monday. Have a great weekend.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
You're watching Tiger TV.